I will show you how my campus looks. This is how the whole campus looks, full of trees. So the video is going to be a little different this time. It's 5 a.m. in the morning. I usually walk around this time. The research is pretty taxing and I need a good 5-6 hours break, so I wake up at 5. Today's video title is a little different than my usual videos. This is for parents, this is for aspirants, and this is for people who have joined NID. Maybe I'm not sure about that. So I can talk about this in 2 or 3 parts, but if I cover everything in this part, then I guess I will close this video off after that. Series off. So why am I staying away from NID? Not NID, I would say NIDians. See, when I joined NID, it was around 2018. I did it for 2.5 years and it was fun. You know, lots of memories, lots of opportunities, job security. All you need to do, make portfolio and get a job. As simple as that. You put effort, you get a job. I mean, who does that? Which college does that? Same goes for IIT. Make a portfolio and you get a job. But you know, the journey isn't all about sunshine and rainbow. So when I joined NID in 2018, I was coming from a very isolated environment. I had no friends. I was just traveling around. Life was not fun, but I was kind of satisfied. Everything was good, or I can say neutral. No, after Merchant Navy, life seemed like a slow-paced story back then, before joining NID. But then NID happened, IIT happened. This is the same story of IITians also. It's not anything different. So as a designer, when you go to design colleges, the community is so close to each other. They sit next to each other. There are only 13-14 people, which we never experienced. We engineering people, we never experienced something like 13-14 ka batch. Ab you are so close to each other, you end up changing few things. You know, you end up sacrificing, you end up compromising. No matter what, even if you don't want it, you become a different person. I'm happy with, I'm happy to hear if other people, they didn't change, they never changed at all. Good for them. But this influences you and your mental health takes a backseat. You know, when you present your designs, so this is what happens. You have 14 to 15 people in one batch. Take example of universal design or information design. You have 14-15 people and one mentor, and they are personally guiding you in your projects. You talk to your peers a lot. So you go there around 6 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning, before breakfast. You sit there from breakfast till 12 in the night. That what happens in Bangalore. I have no idea about Gandhinagar and Ahmedabad campus. What these people do. Okay, they spend more time in the studios. So you're spending so much time with each other, you end up influencing. You end up getting influenced. And it's a very passive journey. Because mentors, when you create a project, when you make a project, at the end of the project, you keep it on the table, you call your peers and you ask them to critique your work. So this habit of getting criticized, positively or negatively, creeps in slowly in your life. You start seeking validations, and validation is good at some level, but after some time, if you're very vulnerable to mental health issues, it's not good for you. You start doing things, even if you don't know you are doing it for yourself or you're doing it to show off, which happens mostly in Instagram these days in society. But in design also, you start taking projects or start taking job opportunities just to show off, and this is you have no idea about. I'm not generalizing people, but yeah, this happens. The herd mindset. And if I empathize with them, I don't hate them. I don't hate myself for making choices which I did. You slowly learn, but it gets very difficult to come out of that cycle. Also, most of the people who join NID, I have seen this pattern. Like, people do have serious mental health issues. Some has depression, some has anxiety. They do have mental health issues. And when you sit together for 24/7, it gets into you. It gets into your head. And for 3 years, I suffered a lot, the passively, actively, and one side of NID is drugs. No matter how people say or how they wrap up the story when it comes to drugs, how casual they are, but drugs are there, man. Alcohol is there, drugs are there, cigarette spree, it's there. Before going there, I know, casual drinks, 1 or 2 beer. That's it. That was enough for me. But now, when this party scene started happening, the community is so close. Everybody knows each other. It sounds good, but at some point of time, you lose that control. You lose self-control. One can see it on your face. Dark circles are there. Skin is getting bad. You are not able to focus. Mental health is taking a backseat again in this scenario also. So these are the few things only. If you talk about design colleges, out of 100, these are the few things which I mentioned. And one day I had to decide, when my health got so bad, my mental health got so bad, I had to make a decision that I will leave this community. It was a very difficult task for me because I love them so much. The learning was so intense, so huge. The guidance is so good. I love them. Actually, I love them. But it got so bad that I had to leave. Break my sim, Didn't break my sim, but yeah, completely blocked all of my close friends, people I knew. And trust me, it's a long journey. It was a long journey for me. Now that I'm away, I'm functioning really well. I have a good mental health. I have recovered physically. The working out pretty good. I won't say how much weight I'm lifting, but yeah, workouts are pretty good. My walks are pretty sorted. Audiobooks are going fine. Reading is good. I'm doing research on few really good projects. I'm sitting with CEOs of, not CEO I would say, but really upper management of good companies. Right now I'm doing Asian Paint project. So it is monotonous, but it is really great compared to what I did before. The advice I would say to aspirants and my 2 cents: don't indulge when you go to NID. Keep it as a learning part. I know you are going to miss out on so many things in terms of fun activity and the learning, but keep one mantra in mind, that your health is important. Design will keep on happening, learning will never stop, but this health part is very crucial. And I'm not talking about only physical health, I'm talking about mental health also. Don't do things just because people are doing it. Don't make projects, don't take projects or jobs because other people are doing or it's trending. Maintain that very isolated, or if I would say, find your own way. I don't want to force it on people. Find your own way, but do take care of your mental health, do take care of your physical health when you joined such colleges. Do take care of your personal space, and do take care of the vision, future vision. What are you going to do after NID? How much time do you need? And when are you going to leave NID? Because it is very important to close this off. That closure is needed. I know it was a long video. You can just walk around and contemplate life. Okay guys,